Hello guys, this is Sue again, and today I'd like to update my Drawbolt project. And as you see, I'm using a NP IDE, and this is code inspired from a Michelangelo project. It's really an impressive project, and at this project I used the serial communication protocol that's used in Michelangelo project, and I'd like to show you how to control it. And this is the serial monitor from MPIDE. When I start up, I make some parameter jumped out to indicate me that, for example, how the spot diameter should be, and I just know it better clearly, and you can just make the code as you wish. If no, understand the open source thing. And this is the number of it. If you use the number that saved in the EEPROM, you have the possibility that connect this very robot each time with the Michelangelo software that runs on Windows and Mac. The software will just memorize how the limits, top limits, right limits, left limits of it. You do not to setting it one by one for each time. And the totally phenomenal thing of this project, I thought, is that Dan designed a very cool terminal style, Linux terminal style things, and I'll show you guys how it works. For example, I just modified this protocol that somehow worked for me, and as you can see, test 1 is activate the motor, and test 0 or test 0 is deactivate, and activate again. For example, if you want to clear up this serial monitor, you just input 100 or 1,000 empty lines of it, and you just get a write clearly terminal. If you want to get some help, this is the help. And if you want to know the configuration, just input the configuration, the left, right, limit of it, and the bottom, feed rate, and everything you need. And you can get, for example, and these kind of G code supported. That means if you want to draw lines, you can just input GOO or GO1 to let the pointer move forward. For example, I'll show you how to move it, GOO. And how about move 100 and in X also 100 millimeter, and make the pen goes up, that do not draw things. And yeah, that's it. For example, somehow like this. And you can also use somehow like, and try to draw another line, and how about 100, YX also 100, another flat line, and as you heard, this machine is working. And if you want to go back, just go back, and if this kind of command is executed, it will feedback a angle that let you know. And for example, you can input where. The very interesting and important part, a serial command that I use to setting the sport parameter. And this is the J01 layer space with a semicolon that will show the sport parameter here, this two. Perhaps someone will ask why this one is bigger than the other one. Yeah, absolutely correct, because you cannot ever get a one-to-one spool. I mean, if the spool rolling some wire, there cannot be as bigger as before, but somehow bigger. That means this one is bigger than that one because this one have more wire, and because I use a 17th step, and that means after the calculation, the microcontroller told me that each step of this step motor is about yeah, somehow the so long, and I just forgot which kind of unit I used. Perhaps millimeter, I thought, or centimeter perhaps, but yeah, never mind. If you want to change the left motor's diameter to say 3 millimeter, just tip in, and now you get the 3 millimeter, and you update even the thread speed of each one. So in order to don't forget it, I push it back. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is the installation, and I have drawn some triangle and the circle with this part, this machine. And this machine is made of this pen holder, and this 3-point will just fasten the pen, and here is a servo. If the servo push this very small part, that will push this pen up part to let the pen go up of it. And here is some very crash build steady part to make the pen holder more steady, and this one is surely only make the pen holder even heavier to make it more sensible for the thing. And this rolling thing is the servo, and this servo is not a positional servo, but the servo that with the PWM command control the speed of it. So I built in the other side a end switcher, and in this side you can see there is a very part to push, this part, and this part will connect with this front part, and this front part will let the pen go up and down. And I just demonstrate how to move this part. And if I type in the serial monitor JO space Z170, and that means let the servo push the pen up, and I type in JO layer space Z10 is it. Another time. Yeah, that's it. The end switch is pushed, and the end switch is released.